The DNS course has been excellent for my preparation for the physical workspace, and it has taught me a lot about DNS servers and how data packets are being transferred between name servers.
It's been an amazing experience. It's been awesome to get hands-on with the technology. We don't get that often at university. It's a lecture and then it goes, so it's been really cool to build stuff up. Mark and Jade have been fantastic, Joy as well. They've set up the environments, they've kept everything running, and they've corrected our silly typos and mistakes. It's been so great to get hands-on experience and hands-on help from people who know so much about the industry.
And it has been really incredible. All the instructors have been so helpful, correcting you when you're stuck and just helping us get the real hands-on experience, helping us set up our own servers, and I understand all the theory that we've already learned in university so much better now.
And this course really helps getting me to understand DNS a lot more. It's a field that I think should grow, and thanks to this intro course, now I have the opportunity to understand it and have a lot of hands-on experience, and maybe even do the advanced course, which I'm excited to.
Hi, my name is Sarah Killian and I am a postgrad student at the University of Pretoria. For me, this course was just for me to pursue my interest in networking and DNS, and this course has really solidified my understanding of the DNS space, and the lab work is really just a bit frustrating at times, but the trainers were very helpful in guiding us where I went wrong and how to make everything work perfectly in the end.
Doing the course the last few days, I've really enjoyed the practical side of things. I think there's been a lot of theory as well, which is very interesting, but the practical has definitely been the most fun. Having like the board at the front of the class, I guess, and it's like having measurable progress of like seeing that indicator go green when you get the task right is really satisfying. So that's not really something you normally get when you I guess doing configs of like software. You don't get like a nice green indicator to say well done, but yeah, that's probably what I enjoyed the most.
Being here was very informative for me. I enjoyed the course as well. Having you guys, all of you here, it was very, very, very informative. All I knew myself, it was DNS, the domain name services, that's all. So at least I've learned something from the root side, inside what's going on. Yes, so it was very informative. The food was nice. Everything was nice. The likes of Dino, who helped me. So yeah, everything was very nice. I'm looking forward to do the advanced course, and then and to meet you guys again.
I've learned a lot from this course. I've dealt with a lot of domains and DNS and everything that's automated. So it was nice to actually know what happens in the backend and how to create zone files and how the files in different servers work with each other.
Yeah, so when our thousands of clients' zones go down, we can rebuild them, I suppose.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed the lectures and how everyone helped each other, and just understanding basically how everything started.
I've actually been here once before. We've done I've done the advanced course, and silly enough not to have done the beginner course. The beginner course certainly did help me put things in perspective, how things were built and how we should have started. So if I have to do that advanced course again, I'll understand where I went wrong and where I needed to be. How this course will probably fit me or match, get where I'm going. I do a lot of DNS at my offices. I've managed just over about 500 domains. DNSSEC is a huge part of that. We need to secure our domain structures, and it's something that I've already delved into and started doing. And this just puts things in perspective. At the office, we do things on GUI level. Everything is click based. It's nice to understand how to do things in command line. That's pretty much my little take on this. Classes were great. Books are great. Mark is a very knowledgeable lecturer. I would have liked to see Johan here as well. I understand he couldn't make it this time around, but yeah, good, all good.
Okay.
Now the course itself, it's very insightful, and what I've seen is, as it's an introductory course, you have to know Linux first, Linux environment, and you cannot do it without a person who has not have, I would say, a technology introduction. You should at least have database, you should at least understand the syntax and the query languages, and you should understand programming, and then you'll be able to move forward. Now the wider impact of this course, as this one it's industry based, what it does, it introduces a person to the real environment of how the DNS is, locally and internationally, and how are these tools being implemented. No, they're very good and they're excellent. They've got expertise and they know what they're doing, and they give us insights into even the international of how the DNS is being run. What I can say, it's been insightful, and I'm looking forward for the advance. Yes, to build the industry, because it's not even we have DNSs in universities, but not like this one. So to actually have more industry based, this is exactly what we need.
Well, the course we learned a lot. Obviously, knowledge from industry experts like Mark and Jade, it goes a long way, and it's something that we're going to be taking back home and seeing a way to do things better. The course was hands-on. You weren't spoon-fed, and also the other colleagues were interactive. They were asking questions, and the lecturers were quite amazing as well. Well, there are several areas like DNSSEC and T6 and stuff like that. So those are the things that I think we'll be looking forward to do, and also looking forward to the advanced course as well. We had to find it, dig a little bit for it. Maybe in South Africa it was, publicized, but for us, we're just looking for training on DNS and DNSSEC. That's how we came across it. We're just browsing through the internet.
First impression, the students were young and really good at what they were doing. The course is very intricate, it goes in depth in terms of DNS. It's not something that someone should just wake up and want to do. You're going to have some sort of background knowledge towards, networking and just the works of the DNS.
Yeah, it was actually good that we had a lot of sharp students, so the course was smoother than whatever it was back when I did it like 10 years or so-ish ago.
Yeah, I think in generally most of the students went through the labs pretty quickly, and those that maybe weren't as up to speed as the others, everyone got involved and started helping each other. That was really nice.
Hopefully people start using DNSSEC for Mark's sake.
I think it'll be great that people continue to use the stuff that they learned from the course. Because in the past I did the course, but I never continued to work on DNS. So this was a refresher course. So if people implement the stuff, it'll be great. And
I also think from a standardization and in the DNS space, to make sure that their configurations of their authoritative name servers and the way that they build their servers is according to industry standards.
I would say more frequently, and more girls being involved in the course,
So from my side, I would like to see hands-on discussions on the lab work, because I think the issue is that we tend to not discuss the stuff, so the guys that are trailing never get to really understand where they went wrong, how is it done. So I think if that's done, it will really add value.
I would like to see a little bit more visual representation of some of the information.
To say that.
More graphs, a little bit more graphically orientated information being presented. I think that it's not always easy to achieve that, but I think it is something that would be nice.
Yeah, the fact that you have to go all the way to page 1 in order to complete a task on page 26.
Yeah, I think that's also interesting, because I found it, and the students had to look at both the lab and their theory book, which was a good thing, because you're referencing the material and you're making it understand what you should have in your configurations. So I think that was quite good.
Yeah, I mean, definitely I agree with that. Like, I think a lot of countries in in Africa, they really need awareness, because as we saw, not everyone really has two name servers. A lot of them have one name server, some of them have duplicate name servers, so the awareness will definitely help Africa in a whole.
Yeah, I mean, we should probably also explore advertising in the social media, because that's where most of the people are. So I think more awareness, more people from, especially around us, South Africa, seeing that we are sort of the lead in this industry. So it would be nice to rope our neighbors in. So, yeah.
I agree with what they said.
I agree with what you said.
So I think from my side, it was the first time that I got up there in front of the class, which can be a bit daunting, all these faces staring at you. But I think it's from an instructor point of view, you want to try and get the information across as simply as possible, so that I really focused on the lab environment, making sure that the students understood the structure of the lab, the servers that they would be working on, and then how the different configurations work from NSD and bind. So hopefully this did come across in a way that was understood by the students, and I hope to expand my knowledge a little bit more in the DNS space, also to give a little bit more background around the industry.
Yeah, so it was the first time I'm an instructor, so it was interesting helping some of the struggling students. I'm also learning, because it's like seriously a recap for me. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the synergy between students and lecturer or instructor was really well. Yeah.
Impression of the course. Okay, so this is the first year that I've been running the course and being the primary lecturer. So that has been interesting. I was able to do a full 1 day of the intro course for Tenet, their conference. So that gave me a little bit of practice, I guess you can say, with the full classroom, but then there was no hands-on practical. This is a full hands-on practical course, and it's taken 4 days, and I have found that the level of the students actually has been quite high. We haven't had to convince people to, for example, install things like PuTTY for Windows or anything. That's gone very, very smoothly, and a lot of the students seem to be using a Linux type system inside their laptops, which has made getting into the system a lot easier. And a number of the students also have had practice with text editors. That's always been a problem in the past, where they simply can't type in text very easily. So that's gone very, very smoothly. If I look at the board at the moment, we're basically at the last half hour or so of the course before lunch on the 4th day, and the screen is very, very green, which means it basically says OK, succeeds, etc., etc. So again, I'm very, very happy with that. So overall, I'm actually very, very happy, and we've had a lot less successful courses in the past regarding students and their participation. The fact that I could probably sit down and do the whole work in maybe an hour or something, and we spent 4 days doing it, never mind. This course is the intro course. So it gives a good introduction into how DNS works, because most people now work with the concept of pushing a few buttons and the machine doing everything for them. Obviously, someone with knowledge of the DNS set that up. So what this course does initially is to delve into how that works, so that if there is a disaster and the DNS breaks, at least the students will have the ability to start digging in and start to maybe remember some of their course notes and to be able to work out what might be wrong. And I think that's wonderful. But when doing this, we also give a lot of background history, where stuff came from, which I'm sure they've all forgotten, but never mind. The fact that in many ways this all comes back from John Pastel, and the legacy that he left us with in this country.